This sneaky bad habit is causing so many popular and well-liked and socially rounded kids to lose friends. So I want to talk about it today, and I want to unmask this awful social habit that has probably snuck into your communication with your friends, how you act, and you don't even know it. And it's costing you friends and building resentment up against you. Hey, I'm Abbi J. I'm a certified life coach for teenagers. I'm also a high school teacher, and I am passionate about all things teenagers, but there's one topic alone that sets my soul on fire, and we're talking about it today, and it is teasing. Do you realize that you, the kid that's got maybe lots of friends, you, the kid that's fairly popular, or maybe a class officer, or just kind of crushing it, and anywhere in between, right? Maybe our friends who have that really solid group of friends but still want to make more. If you are teasing your friends and your peers, then that is costing you friendships. It is like, I love this analogy. If we have a tree growing, right? And every friendship is like a tree. And our goal, right, as human beings is to develop this healthy forest of friends and relationships. And yes, as a teenager, you might have little saplings of trees all in your forest. And you might have one, maybe two bigger trees, right, that are really starting to grow. But if you pick up this bad habit of teasing your friends, it's like taking an axe, and every time we say that little snarky comment or just say something that we think is funny at that other person's expense, it's like taking one whack at that tree. Now, if that tree has been built since you were in elementary school and it's kind of getting thick and big and nice, one swing of an axe isn't gonna destroy your tree. You might not even notice how much of the bark it takes off, right? But the problem is teens will pick up this bad habit, and it's because it gets socially rewarded with laughter and people think you're funny and even that other person laughs, right? That we keep hacking at our friends and our trees through our friends through teasing. And before we know it, we're going to look around at this forest of friends that we're trying to grow, and we've cut them all down. Okay? Now I know that not all teasing is the same. Okay? I grew up in a family where we teased, right? But I'm here to tell you that it is always better to be kind than it is to be smart or to be funny or to be right. And too often, this is what I see with popular and socially rounded out kids. It's not the blatant teasing of oh, that was mean. And they just covered it with I'm just joking. We're kind of past that, right? But we're into the subtlety and also the just kind of jabbing at our friends. And even though it might be funny and it might have, a ring of truth to it, and it might really go off well and everybody laughs about it, that person was attacked, right? And I don't think we use strong enough words when it comes to teasing. Teasing is a twin to bullying. Teasing is a twin to torment. And so I want to encourage you to take a look at how you're interacting with your friends and root out all teasing. The only time you are ever allowed to tease is if it's at your own expense, of kind of poking and doing some self-deprecation humor. But even that you've got to be careful with, right? Because we don't want to hack at our own tree roots, okay? So saying things like, okay, that comment made no sense, or oh man, here you go again, or I don't know, it just pops up in the moment. But if you will become aware of it, I promise that you can see it. It breaks my heart as a teacher to see some really popular, really cool kids in the class destroy their connection and ability to influence that class for good because they start to tease and poke and gesture at other people by saying things that aren't necessarily mean, but there's almost a subtlety to them of they're just trying to be funny at the expense of somebody else, and it never works out. So preserve your friendships and develop this lifelong skill that's going to serve you your whole life by just staying above the troublesome water of communication by never teasing. So I hope that helps you out. Please go check out my Instagram for daily tips. Go check out my website, Abbi Winslow. I've got so many amazing resources for teens and parents to help teenagers thrive in high school and to make high school an incredibly positive experience, even if your teen is hating it right now. So go check that out, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Abbi J out.